Hello, this time I will not actually rank the countries just without a criteria. Alright, the criteria for today is going to be about the history of the country. So, let's begin. Albania, sorry, uh, has a decent history, I have to say. I think it's just below average. So you go sit here. Right, next is Andorra. I think it has a mid-average history. It has existed for a long time. I think it was part of the Reconquista and the last remaining kingdom of the original kingdoms that existed then. Next, Armenia, existing from 300 BC to today. I think they can get an A, just they will get an S, but because they did not exist for a long time before existing, they get an A. Austria also will get an A because they had a pretty cool and good history, but they screwed it up a little bit in the 20th century. So let's go. Azerbaijan, an epic history from their ancestors who traveled from Middle Asia to the land that they have now. So I think they can get an A too. Belarus. I guess Belarus doesn't have history. Like, it's really Russia, so if somebody says it's Russia, then I will put it in S. But like if we talk about the nation of Belarus and the people of Belarus, then no. Alright, Belgium. Belgium, for people who do not know, has an interesting history. I think not as interesting as these old nations, but I think they can get a B. Like, their history is fascinating. Like, after the 15th century, I believe, they are very interesting. They are one of the very little, of the very, there are not that many nations that have Protestants and Catholics together. Also, they have a mixture of French and Dutch. So I think their culture, history, and all of that pushes them up to be. Bosnia has a average history, so it's going with Albania. Croatia, just because of that thing they did in World War II, I will put them in D. But except that they have a pretty decent history, pretty great one, somebody could say, but they will get a D. Cyprus doesn't really have a lot of history, like don't really have history, just like Belarus. It's kinda Greek, so I don't know. Now the Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia, Bohemia, so I believe they can get an A too. Denmark, um, I might want to put them in S because like the Vikings, they like actually the Vikings. I think they were Danish or Norwish. Anyway, the Vikings discovered America. The Danish also had a lot of epic wars between them and Sweden. And they were a decent power during the Middle Ages. And now they are a technologically advanced nation, so I think it's appropriate to put them in S. Estonia, like the Livonian order and stuff, a B. I'll put them in A, but really they have great history, but not a lot of people know it, so I can't put them too much up. Finland can go in A because they kinda cooked last century, like they defeated the Soviets and all of that. Alright, France, French Revolution, Napoleon, a lot of stuff I think we can all agree they are going S tier. Georgia. Hmm. I believe Georgia also exists for a long time. Have a decent history. I think they can go in A. Germany. I just said that like I'm not putting it there. I just said Croatia like it's going to because of their stuff they did in World War II. They were atrocious. Germany was also atrocious, but I will rank them as not just because of World War II or World War One, because of the Holy Roman Empire, their economic status right now, the influence that they hold, like from ancient times, and I believe I can put them in as right. I don't support what they did in WW2. Just if anybody doesn't believe, all right, Greece. I think they can go in as. Also, because last time a lot of people said about some stuff, I just remind everybody this is about the history of the nations. Anyway, let's continue. Hungary, I think they can go in as actually. Iceland, they are Danish. I don't know really how Danish they are. I'll put them in D just because of an epic moment in their history. Ireland, okay, if we put in the Celts, I guess they can get an B. Italy can go in S, right? Lithuania, right? Poland, Lithuania, yeah, they're going in S. Luxembourg, actually, for anybody that doesn't know, Luxembourg was a part of the Holy Roman Empire. Like it was Dutch, I'm very sure, the Dutch of Luxembourg. It was kind of big and influential in its area, so they can get this just for this epic history. Malta, they will not get F just because the knights were there before the British. Moldova, just like last time, it's going to get an F. Just like this three, like all, like Cyprus has Greece, Moldova has Romania, which is actually going to get here, Dacian stuff, Balkan Wars, the Ottoman period, they got like independent from them and stuff. So Moldova has Romania, Cyprus has Greece, and Belarus has Russia. Also, I don't agree also with what Russia is doing in Ukraine. I also don't agree with Ukraine exactly. I think like Ukraine should keep its areas, but have some like maybe have some like autonomy to the regions with big Russian minorities, and maybe even making Russian a second language, or like most of the world learns English, they should learn Russian just because. But yeah, I'm not supporting Russia, I'm not supporting Ukraine, I'm kinda in the middle. Next, we have Monaco, kinda the same actually with Luxembourg, but it was small, it was always small, so just below it. Montenegro, I will give them an F and give Serbia an S. Actually, do I give Serbia an S? I will give them D because they were the only Balkan states surviving and being independent and surviving the Ottomans. So Bulgarian Empire and stuff, A. Kazakhstan, I guess if I put all of the knowledge I know from before the Russians got there. C, I'll put them in C. Liechtenstein, just below Luxembourg. Latvia, where did I put Lithuania? Like, I think they're kind of, no, they're not equal. Like, below Estonia, I think it's appropriate. What do I do? Doesn't matter if it's in front of the category or not. Yeah, anyway, the Dutch just below the S for Indonesia. I don't know how they hold that. Actually, they had quite a lot of colonies, but they lost them. Sweden goes here. For anybody that doesn't know, like this sea was actually under Sweden, I'm very sure. The Ivory Coast, and the city in India. Like they had a whole colonial empire. Meanwhile, they had also like Finland and Norway. So yeah, this country, like okay, I do have learned some stuff, and I don't agree with what they're saying. And I think basically this okay. Anybody that disagrees, he can disagree. But I think these guys are Bulgarians from my research. Anyways, Norway, I will put them just below Sweden. The rivalry I know, but just below Sweden because Sweden had an actual big empire. So yeah, Poland goes also in S, like Poland, Lithuania, Poland self alone. They very fiercely defended themselves against the Germans and the Soviets. So yeah, Portuguese. I think I have to give them an A. Portuguese Empire. Actually, Brazil helps. I will put them up to S tier. Like Portuguese Empire, the Reconquista and stuff. I think that's very cool. Right, San Marino, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest state in Europe, and this will give them an S tier. The Vatican will get an S tier. Very beautiful story they have. Serbia can go in A. Slovakia, I think, can go with Czechia. Slovenia, I guess the Slovenian people did exist for a long time, but they weren't dependent. So D. Don't be angry with me. Alright, Spain. I think we can all agree S. Conquer two continents. Like, basically were the headmasters of Europe for a time, actually. Alright, don't. And give me a moment. No, I don't want that. Give me a moment, guys. Wait, what? Oh, alright. Small mistake. Like, alright, and actually, I will put like I'll put Switzerland. Actually, I'm talking about history now. So what's the one with the most history? I guess you. Anyways, Turkey can also go in Ottoman Empire, in Middle Asia. Like they actually invented a lot of stuff. Though the Ottoman Empire was horrible, but they did invent a lot of stuff that did help humanity. Anyway, Switzerland's history. I think it's an A. Ukraine, actually, Kevin Rus stuff. Now they're making history, so I think B. Alright, we're going here. And lastly, what is this? For anybody like what this is, just tell me please, because it's not Denmark, right? Where did I put Denmark? Wait a minute. Didn't I put Denmark? Oh no, Denmark, it's here. So what's this? This looks like the flag of Savoy. If somebody knows what this is, just tell me down in the comments. Anyway, was my opinion for history. So yeah, and I will see you next time. Don't forget also to see my other videos, and please subscribe and ring the bell, because if not, you will probably never see my channel again. Alright, bye.